Lord of the Rings Online, or LOTRO as it's also called, is a fantastical world that has so much to it, all based on the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Now, your character is side by side along with Frodo and Bilbo, Gandalf, everybody that is going through their normal adventure, but you're on the side helping along the way. Now, I've been playing this since October of 2021, and I'm still considered a new player. There are some people that have been playing since day one when this was released. And I can safely say that was 15 years ago, since the 15-year anniversary is just released now. Now, this doesn't look like a 15-year-old game. It honestly doesn't. It is so well done. It has so much depth to it. There's so many quests and people. There's just so much. There's a lot. And as a new player, it was a little overwhelming on what I was supposed to do, where I was supposed to go, how I was supposed to interact, all those little nuances, especially for an MMO. So today, I'm hoping to help out other new players in figuring out exactly what you can do that you may not know that you can do. So here are the top 15 things I wish I knew as a new player. Number 1, the arrow on the map shows the current objective direction. Now what I mean is that when you enable a quest, there will be a little arrow on the side of it, and that same arrow design will be on your minimap at the top right corner. Now with that arrow tells you the direction in which you can go for your quest. Now that goes hand in hand with number 2, where you can only have a certain amount of quests on your log at a certain time. So for mine it says 46. You can only have this many maximum at a time, so you have to complete quests if you want to add more in there, or you have to delete them. And that also goes hand in hand with number 3. You need to read things, especially when it comes to quests, because it will tell you precisely in the text where to go. And if you don't know where to go, that's also where you can go into your map and you can see where it shows it highlighted at this precise area that you need to go to. You can also hover your cursor over the quest name in the little box there, and it will highlight and start to heartbeat where you need to go, so you can quickly identify, like if you have multiple quests at once, you can see which one is associated with which one. But it's also done by color to help you as well. Number 4, there is a hierarchy of levels. So with this, there are a couple different colors that you can quickly identify if the person or mob or monster, whatever you're going against, is maybe too difficult or just right or too easy for you. Gray is when you're 9 or more levels below the character's level. Green, 6 to 8 levels below. Turquoise, 3 to 5 levels below. Blue, 1 to 2 levels below. White is when they're the same level as you. Yellow is when they start getting a little bit higher, is 1 to 2 levels above. Orange is 3 to 4 levels above. Red is 5 to 7 levels above. And purple, 8 or more levels above. But do note that purple does not yield any XP. Same with gray. Gray also does not yield any XP because it's too easy. Number 5, some quests are going to be not available to you because you might be too low of a level. So note that when you're going through the epic quest line, which is the main storyline that you go through, you might not be able to find the next part of the series because you're too low of a level. I always recommend going to the LOTRO page and seeing exactly what the minimum level requirement is. You could also just try leveling yourself up a couple times, going back and seeing if there's something now available to you. Number 6, go to the LOTRO page. This is just like, I just need to throw this in there because the LOTRO Wiki page has been so immensely helpful to know exactly where to go, who people are, what things are, what you need to do. It's been so helpful because this game has been around for so long and there's been so many people involved and there's so many just people in the community in general that there's so many contributors. And so you have a lot of resources with this wiki page and I highly recommend using it if you need it. Number 7. So this is something I actually just recently learned myself. You can double click your outfit items and have them automatically attached to your character. And this is very helpful, especially when there's doubles like earrings. Those are kind of in rings too. Those are kind of hard to figure out which one is which, especially when you're trying to remove an old one and trying to replace it with the new. Like just double clicking that will usually replace the old and the ones that are lower leveled and replace it with the higher leveled ones. Number 8, unless you're a VIP, a paid subscriber, you cannot really swift travel at all. You have, I believe, maybe 1 or 2 like samples where it gives you a little bit of a taste of what swift travel has to offer when you're a free to play player, but you really don't get it unless you are a paid subscriber. So the Swift travels were immensely helpful, and so that's almost the whole reason I even went to a VIP status, was because of that Swift traveling. But just note that you don't have a whole heck of a lot of those. You will have to just do normal traveling if you want to be a free-to-play player, which is not that bad too. It gives you a chance to use the bathroom, get a drink of water or something like that, but you just won't be able to Swift travel. Number 9, only use weapons or armor that boost your stats that you need. So in your character panel, you'll find that there are a few stats there. If you hover over them, it'll tell you specifically which ones are important, very important, or if it doesn't say the word important in there, you can assume that you don't really need it, but you can add it if you want. You can boost it if you want, but the ones that say the words important and very important, you want to pay attention to. So you want to add to those stats. You want weapons and armor that contribute to those stats as best as you can. Number 10, Virtue and Valor. So Virtue is free XP, Valor is free levels. So I made the mistake on this just recently as well. I was not aware that Valor meant free levels, basically, and I just randomly clicked a Valor box that I received for this 15-year anniversary, and my level 34 character boosted all the way up to a level 120 character. And not everyone wants that to happen. Some people want to go through and level their character up the proper way, and if you don't realize that that's what Valor does, you might accidentally do that, just like me. So watch out for that if you do not want to level your character up through this method. And Virtue is something you can get by logging in every day. So you can get that through the normal free to play and the VIP package. It's like little purple vases, it looks like, in your inventory. Just click that and it'll just add a little bit of XP or an XP boost to your person. Number 11, check for festivals and activities. Not only are they a lot of fun, they only last for a little bit, but you can get some really cool items out of them that are not available any other time. And you can even sometimes get some free stuff. It's a blast. I definitely recommend checking them out when they come available. Number 12, get the horse perk. Get riding, get on a horse, buy a horse, do the horse. The horse is so freaking important. I cannot tell you how long I was on my feet running from place to place throughout the entirety of Middle Earth, it feels like, without a horse. And it was nuts. You really do need a mount of some sort. It doesn't have to be a horse. It could be a goat or a hog if you want, but you need a mount of some sort. You need some other way to fast travel. This place is so massive. You're gonna spend half your life just walking or / running. Otherwise, you really do need a horse. Number 13, sell your shit, especially when you get clogged up. As a free-to-play player, when I first started, you don't have very much inventory space, so you need to learn to sell it. There will be things that you don't want to sell at the time. There's a little lock icon that you can use to be able to lock your stuff so that when you hit the sell all button, the vendor will not remove those items. You won't sell those items. So use the locking icon when you can, but sell everything. Also, the money you earn can really help you with those Swift travels / normal travels, and can help you buy a house. It can help you with so many things. So definitely sell your stuff when you can, whenever you see that little vendor icon, use it. And it goes right into number 14, buy a house. The houses are fun. There's 3 different types you can get. You can get the standard, deluxe, or kinship houses. Obviously, the kinship house is going to be massive. It's going to be the most expensive. A standard house is what I have, and you can see here. It's very cute. It's plenty spacious. You can furnish it as you want. You can get furnishing items as you go through quests. You can buy furnishing items. You can craft furnishing items. You can do a whole lot to this. And then you have a chest there that you can put a bunch of your own stuff in if you want. Just make sure that you pay your upkeep. So this upkeep, I believe, might be done daily. It's not a monthly thing. I personally try to do the maximum amount possible. Number 15 is the Notary. You can change your surname, and you can also add like family members to this. I haven't done this myself yet, but I've heard that this is actually a lot of fun, and you can add some pretty wacky names, and you can add people that you know to this, and it looks like a lot of fun. So if you haven't tried it, try it and let me know how it is, and tell me me that in the comments below. Also, if I got any of these incorrect, remember, I'm still a new player myself and kind of learning as I go. So if anyone has heard something I said maybe a little incorrectly, please let me know in the comments below so that I can learn this as well. And then hopefully I can make a few corrections here and there as well so that I don't confuse other new players too. If you're interested in more Lord of the Rings online with me, you're more than welcome to join me every week on Twitch, and that's where I stream LOTRO. It mostly every Tuesday is where I've been at from 2 to 5 p.m. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you later.